Hi, okay, so good morning. Today we are going to explore the building template manager, and I'm going to show you on how to create a layout plan, a model from an existing layout plan, and we are going to use this studio apartment layout plan to create a building model. So the one that you're seeing here is the example that I'm going to use for today's session. So this is a simple studio apartment with one attached toilet, and all the measurements are there except that there is there's no information on the building envelope construction materials. So it's up to you to create whatever materials that is things suitable for Malaysian construction industry. So normally for this type of apartment, the construction material for walls will be plaster, brick and plaster, and a typical window construction material, which will be in Malaysia we use aluminium or powder coated frame, and for casement it's going to be just a single float glass. Okay, and for the door normally we have timber, and for the toilet it depends on what type of apartment that you're being constructed. For a cheaper apartment, the door for the toilet will normally be plastic or PVC, but let's just use a medium cost apartment. Okay, so before we start, we need to open the correct software. So let's use the latest ISVE, which is the 2021. Okay, well actually that you can create it in SketchUp. Previous version prior to 2021, you cannot actually, not that saying that you cannot import from third-party software, but I have experience with other students, when you import something from a different software, you need to do a lot of repair works, so that's going to consume time. Repair in terms of you have to patch the holes, because IES sometimes cannot detect the model, cannot detect the holes, and sometimes it's too complicated or too complex. The model is too complex, it's going to give you different readings. So I would suggest that just use the software or the model building software which is available in IES, which we're going to use today, and its name, as you've been explored last week, is the Model IT. Okay, Model IT. Okay, first things first, you have to make sure that the location is in Malaysia. Okay, let's change this. Later on, when you start to create the model, you'll be asked to save. Okay, don't forget to save. Okay, hold on. Yep. So let's use the wizard. Click select, and we're going into Australasia and Pacific, and try to find Malaysia. Okay, alright, let's say that this apartment is located in Kuala Lumpur, and so I'm going to use Kuala Lumpur International Airport as the weather data. Okay, and then click next. Acquire design weather. Okay, make sure it is correct, it is located in the correct position in KL, and you have to make sure that this one is updated to Malaysia. So just click near the site, so it's going to select Kuala Lumpur, and click finish. That's it. I can click save, and look at the bottom here, make sure it is in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, and click close. Right, so first thing that we need to do is to create the model. So I would preferably use this icon here, draw extruded shape. Okay, click it. Okay, and give it a name. So I already given it as a studio apartment, correct? So let's say that it is located on the ground. Okay, later on we're going to make it into a multi-story, so we're going to have different stories, but as a start, let's start from 0. Okay, and the height of the apartment, 3 meters is quite low. Let's say we put it as 3.5. Okay, 3.5, and start to build it. So how do we start? Okay, let's look into the layout. So we have this length here, 2.9 and 2.1 meters. So 2.9 plus 2.1, that will bring us to 5. Okay, 5. So click and drag. No, don't have to drag actually, you just move the mouse, click, and that's 5 meters, correct? 5 meters. Okay, and what about at the bottom there? Let's see. So this one is also 5 meters. So it's a square apartment, very simple direct apartment, 5 meters. Okay, and we close it. Okay, so now we have the building model, but it's not complete yet because we have to create another space, which is the ensuite or attached toilet. So let's see what is the length. As you can see that the height of the, not the height, this corner, this wall here is 2 meters, and this wall here is 2.1. Okay, now let's go back into this building. Now we cannot create another space here because you know when you start to create that inside a space, ISVE doesn't allow you to do that. See, because it is intersected. So what you need to do is that we're going to create a space within a space. So to create that, we need to use a command. So I have to delete this, okay, because we don't want to make it a bit making it difficult for IES to do the simulation later. So to do this, you need to separate the space inside the space, inside the model that you already have in this object here. So the first thing that we have to do is to click this, okay, to select this model or select this object, and we're going to use draw partitions to divide the selected space. Okay, so click here, and we already know that the length. Oh, before that, despite knowing that the length is 2 meters and here 2 meters, there is no guideline to draw this partition. So I would suggest that to do this, what you need to do first is actually to create a construction line. So where is the construction line? Here. Parallel, no, sorry, this one. Okay, construction line is this one. So click and draw the line from here. Of course, this is 2.1, right? 2.1. Okay, and vertically 2 meters. And you can just draw it beyond the line, okay, because this is just a construction line which you can delete it later. So next is to create the partition. Okay, generate new separate space, generate subspaces within a selected space. Is this a subspaces? You can say it is subspaces, but I think it is a new space within a space. Okay, divide partition, because it's why I would say that this is a different space, because normally in a studio apartment you don't air condition the toilet, you only air condition the room, correct? So that's why I'm saying that you have to make it as a different space. IES would identify that two different zoning. Okay, the zone 1 which is air conditioned, the other zone is not air conditioned. That's going to make a big difference later when you start to do the analysis. Okay, now where is it? Okay, already have selected that. So if you already selected this separate partition, so just draw on the construction line. Okay, and then now you see we're going to have 2 spaces here. So to delete this construction line, just click this button. Okay, so you're going to have a different line. Okay, let's see if the space is already been separated. Okay, so you have 2 spaces there, 1 and 2. So this is the toilet and this is the room. Okay, so that's the end of part 1 on creating and separating rooms. So the next step is let's put in the windows. Okay, windows, the doors. So to put in windows, you have to select this button here. Okay, there's an option here where you can put in doors, you can put in windows, and also if you want to create a hole. Okay. Alright, so let's go back into the layout plan. We have the door here, so we have a double swing door. Normally for Malaysia we have a 900 mm width door, and the height will be 2100 millimeters. And as for the windows, you have a 3-bay window here, which is I think it's 600 per bay or per casement, so 6 per times 3, that's going to be 1800 millimeters in terms of the width. The height, I think let's put in as 1200. Okay, so here is let me just key in how do I put in edit text, insert text here, so it's going to be easier for you to refer later. Okay, insert text, add cursor. Oh, why is it going? Okay, just ignore that. So door is 900 by 2.1 meters. So window per casement is 600 by 1200 height. Okay. Oh, we already have this. So just follow the window and the door shadow. So let's zoom in. Let's see. Door 1 is 1200 by 1500 mm in terms of the width and length. So that's 750 by 750. Okay, and the window, this is window 1, 2000 by 600, 2 triple casement aluminum frame glass float glass. So okay, I don't know why I have 2 measurement here. I think it's not correct. Let's use the first one. No, this is not a door. This is actually a door. 2.1 is a door. Okay, don't follow this. Let's just use this as a. So this is 1,900. Why? What happened? Hold on. Okay, let us put there. This is a 1200 mm by 600 mm. Okay, so the window. Okay, so window, and the door is 900 mm by 2100 mm by 900 mm height. Okay, just pause there for a while.